Robot Carnival is a movie made up of 9 segments, animated all about the theme of robots. So this one, I didn't know much about it, but it does have that nostalgic sort of 80s animation. This was done by 8 different directors. The one director does the opening segment and the last, and they're considered separate. But these are all sort of animators that don't have that much direction skill yet. This was like before all that stuff, and it showcases all these different anime styles, and you can even tell some of them still by the faces of the characters or their design. But really cool stuff. It's mostly just like a sort of fancy animation reel. The first one's called, well, the first one's a wraparound story about a village, and the robot carnival shows up, and that's also what happens at the end. So that's 2 out of 9 segments. So the first one's called Star Angel or something. It's about 2 teenage girls that go to a robot theme park, and one girl gets a robot, I guess. The other one, her locket is lost and found by a robot, and he takes her on an adventure, and they battle a large robot. It's pretty mind-boggling and fun. The second one's the most emotional one. I didn't like it. It's called Cloud. It's about a robot that's like immortal, and it walks through a different landscape as the world crumbles from nuclear war. I didn't like this one. It's done scratchy sort of animation, smaller frame kind of deal, but I just didn't like not much moving on. The one robot just stands in the corner basically, so not much movement in this one, but it got the emotional stuff going on. And then let's see, there's one, I think it's called Decline. It's about a girl that gets captured by a robot army, and her bodyguard has to go save her. It's a really huge action-packed story, really short, but just kind of like a wow factor sort of short. Then there's a few more. Presence is an interesting one. It's about a toy tinker inventor who creates a robot doll, but it becomes too advanced and it starts to bother him and start asking him why he's so lonely and stuff like that. It's a really philosophical one. This is probably my favorite out of all of them. It's the least action-packed, but it's more about the storyline of the robot girl and the guy. And then there's, let's see, there's a really cool one called Masters of the Future or something. It takes place with this eccentric robot maker who creates this giant robot in the middle of a large bustling city. And this is basically Pacific Rim, but with wooden sort of robots that are just made. They're like giant mecha, but they're made in the 1800s. So it's a really interesting sort of technology. It's fun, it's zany. This one's also really good. Second to last one. And then there's another one. There's also one called Franken's Gears. It's about a mad scientist trying to rebuild a robot that's broken and give it life. Kind of like Dr. Frankenstein, and a little fun, weird little one. Really cool animation, but it's really short. And then the last one's called like the Red Neck or something. It's about robots that get possessed or something. It's okay. It's the last one. My favorite's got to be the 2 mecha one and the Presence one. And then the wraparound story finishes it off. So it's a really nice showcase of animation. Definitely worth checking out if you're a nerd of anime. Give it a 7 out of 10.